Frank, good morning. Well, some people did see this coming considering everything that's been happening here on campus over the last few days, but nonetheless very disappointing for students and for families who've been waiting for this for many years. Now, university officials say they are doing this out of an abundance of caution. Take a look. This is pretty much the main reason behind it. This protest, which got very rowdy just a few days ago here on campus. This is the scene on campus just a few days ago. Nearly 100 people were arrested after a protest turned pretty out of control. Police showing up in riot gear facing off with the crowd, which included many non-USC students. The decision to cancel the May 10th commencement ceremony comes after recent controversy ignited on April 15 when officials said that the 2024 valedictorian, a young woman by the name of Asna Tabassum, would not be allowed to speak over concerns for her support for Palestinians. The decision only fueling the tension on campus over the Israel-Hamas war. The main commencement ceremony, which typically draws about 65,000 people to the campus, the university says they will now instead be holding a series of 23 satellite graduation ceremonies at USC schools and colleges, in addition to smaller department ceremonies. USC officials releasing this statement. Take a look at this, saying, "We understand this is very disappointing. However, we are adding many new activities and celebrations to make this commencement academically meaningful, memorable, and uniquely USC, including places to gather with family, friends, faculty, and staff. The celebratory releasing of doves and performances by the Trojan Marching Band." Now, back out here live, university officials have not elaborated as to the specific reason as to why they are canceling the commencement ceremony, just essentially saying it's security concerns and they are not confident in the fact that they can handle a very large crowd here on campus in light of everything that's been happening. Also saying that for all of these smaller ceremonies, they will be requiring tickets. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live here by USC. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Alina, thank you. Meantime, another pro-Palestinian solidarity encampment set up on the UCLA campus. This is a live look now from Westwood. At UCLA's Dixon Plaza, demonstrators are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Jewish students on campus have expressed some concern about what they describe as anti-Semitic phrases used by some of the protesters and written on signage. We're going to have more on that demonstration as it enters its second day in a live report later this hour.
The hush money trial for former President Donald Trump ends its first week of witness testimony later today.
Former publisher of the National Enquirer being cross-examined again this morning. KTLA's Eric Spillman here now with more. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Jessica. Good morning, Frank. It's David Pecker's fourth day on the witness stand. He is the former CEO and publisher of the National Enquirer. Trump's lawyers are trying to knock down the idea that there was some kind of a plot to protect Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Trump is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Prosecutors say it was part of a conspiracy involving hush money to influence the election. He faces up to 4 years in prison or probation if he's convicted. He says he did nothing wrong. Pecker has testified that he helped to squash 3 salacious stories about Trump by having the Enquirer buy the rights to them with no intention of ever publishing them. In one of those deals, porn star Stormy Daniels received $130,000 from Trump to keep quiet about an alleged sexual encounter she says she had with him. And in another, the National Enquirer paid $150,000 to Karen McDougal, a former Playboy model who claimed she had an extramarital affair with Trump while his wife was pregnant. Pecker testified that deal was structured to get around campaign finance laws so that the Enquirer would not look like it was making an illegal donation to Trump's campaign. Prosecutors asked Pecker whether he believed Trump was concerned that his wife or family would find out about the affairs. He suggested Trump was worried more about the election than he was about his family. Now, after Trump won, Pecker described a meeting he had in Trump Tower with Trump, FBI Director James Comey, Mike Pompeo, and Reince Priebus, who would become Trump's White House chief of staff. This was in early 2017. Trump introduced Pecker, who, because he ran the National Enquirer, was somebody, quote, who probably knows more than anyone else in this room. Then Pecker testified, Trump told him, "I want to thank you for handling the McDougal situation. The stories could have been very embarrassing." And then Pecker testified, Trump asked about McDougal. He said, "How's our girl?" Pecker testified, he replied, "She's cool. She's very quiet, no issues." In July of 2017, Pecker testified that he was invited to the White House. Quote, "Mr. Trump asked me to join him in the walk from the Oval Office to the dining area." This photo of the two men was entered into evidence. But on cross-examination yesterday, Trump's lawyers got Pecker to admit that he had helped to suppress negative stories about Trump long before he ran for president, and that the National Enquirer caught and killed stories about other famous people, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tiger Woods, Mark Wahlberg, the actor, and Rahm Emanuel, the former mayor of Chicago. Trump spoke to reporters in the court building just moments ago.
I think yesterday went very well in this courthouse. It should be over. The case is over. You heard what was said, and the case should be over. But you'll have to make that determination. I think we have a judge that will never allow this case to be over.
David Pecker is now back on the witness stand and is facing more questions from Trump's defense team. Jessica?
Okay, Eric, thank you for that this morning. New now at 7 weeks after the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore was hit and destroyed by a barge. Cargo ships now moving again. A new deep water channel is open this morning. The first of 11 ships to sail in the channel yesterday was headed for St. John's, Canada. It was stuck in the harbor after the bridge collapsed on March 26th. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says debris and wreckage removal of the old bridge still continues.
First round of the NFL draft took place last night, and as expected, USC quarterback Caleb Williams went #1 overall to the Chicago Bears. As for our local teams, the Chargers had the 5th overall pick in this year's draft. They selected left tackle Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. Alt, one of the best blockers in college football over the last 2 seasons. The Rams got the chance to draft in the 1st round for the first time since 2016. They had the 19th overall pick, and they selected edge rusher Jared Verse out of Florida State. Verse was a first-team All-American in his 2 seasons with the Seminoles.
There is a football field apparently on one of our local beaches.
It's part of the NFL Draft Experience hosted by the LA Rams. KTLA's Aaron Myers in Hermosa Beach, checking it out. I thought you were going to maybe be throwing a ball through a tire or something.
Hi, you guys. Good morning. I'll try that a little later. They have some students that are going to be out here around 9 o'clock this morning, and they're going to be out there on this field that you're talking about, SoFi Stadium, and the Rams. They are hosting this draft experience, and they have a 60-yard turf football field on the beach. There's also a stage set up where you'll be able to watch the draft, hear from Rams analysts, players, and coaches, and enjoy live music. We're told Rams cheerleaders and mascot Rampage will also make appearances at select events. Now, attendees today have the chance to see SoFi Field in person and participate in skills and drill stations along with on-stage programming with live coverage of rounds 2 and 3 on the NFL draft later today. More than 2,000 local youth are also expected to participate in football-related activities during the draft experience. That starts at 9 this morning. The Rams have partnered with Hermosa Beach City School District and Manhattan Beach Unified School District to host 9 activities and events through its Play 60 Field Day presented by SoFi, featuring football fundamental stations designed to motivate elementary students to stay active and maintain a healthy and positive lifestyle. The Rams also will host 6 youth football clinics for various local schools, community groups, and youth football programs. And we're told the team will have a flag football tournament at SoFi Field for over 60 Beach City sports participants. Now back here live, a little early still this morning, so the action hasn't quite started, but once again, students will be here starting at 9 this morning, and then the draft experience event, it actually kicks off at 3:30. Rounds 2 and 3 of the draft start at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Reporting live here in Hermosa Beach, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
That looked really cool to see that on the sand.
It is.
Yeah.
That had to be quite the feat to get that
all
laid out
nice
over the
and
sand.
laid out. Absolutely. Yeah. They must have been working on that for some time. Let's hope, though, that it looks like a great event. Let's hope they don't get rain, because there's a pretty good likelihood that you might get some rain down
Real
there.
rain?
Real, yeah, yeah, real rain. Semi-real.
Southern California rain.
Yeah, Southern California real rain.
Got it.
Yeah, we could get some more of those showers. Temperatures definitely on the cool side. Good news is after today and heading into the beginning of the weekend and the end of the weekend all next week, things are going to be clearing out, and temperatures will finally